Sometimes anonymous feedback from strangers is better than people in your life for a lot of reasons. One, there's no bias, so that's good.
Yeah, they don't already have sides to pick.
But then also, if you don't take the person's advice, there's never any follow-up, so that's nice. Also
that's
good.
True.
Chime in now. It's Group Therapy on the Y94 Morning Playhouse.
Seeking some Sage Playhouse family member wisdom today is Amber, and you feel like you have a messy situation is kind of how you described it to us.
Yeah, I think that's putting it lightly. I feel pretty awful even talking about this out loud. But so, yeah, I've been dating a guy. It hasn't been like that long, I guess you could say, but it's 4 months of like, you know, how they say going steady, like truly that, like, you know, spending the night together a few times a week, like without fail. And, you know, we're talking about taking like future trips together. And I actually met his friends and he met my friends, you know, all the stuff.
Got it.
But then out of nowhere, I ended up getting this message on Instagram from another woman asking how I know him. And that like happens to me. It reminds me of like my 20s, like that'll happen. Like, you know, usually it's like an ex or something and they want to like try to break you guys up, whatever, you know, that sort of thing. So that's where my mind went. But turns out like she sent me a picture of them together and it was recent. It was from their very recent engagement party.
Like engaged currently.
It currently engaged, totally, like wedding website up and everything. Yeah.
Well, that kind of screws up your relationship, huh?
Well, gosh, you would think it would be so like easy to just walk away from this craziness, but you know, I'm a little conflicted because I went ahead and I confronted him, and he said me this story about, you know, things aren't black and white, and basically, like, it's about to be over. It was about to be over. Now, you know, she had no idea I even existed. It's like a double life, it feels like. And now I'm hearing from her constantly. She's trying to get, like, screenshots and stuff for me. And, you know, of course, like, part of me feels, I don't know her, but I feel bad, of course, because I'm not the kind of person that would ever sign up to help somebody cheat. And, yeah, I'm, like, conflicted because I feel like, you know, this is so embarrassing, but, like, I do miss him, which makes me feel like such a moron in some ways. But I have also talked to some friends about this, and some of them are saying, hey, listen, you know, you owe this woman the truth because, listen, she deserves to know who she's marrying. And then a couple of my other friends are just kind of like coming from the standpoint of like, it's messy enough already and I should just block both of them and, you know, cut my losses. So that's where I want to ask you guys, like, do I help her expose everything, or is it just smarter to stay out of it and just protect my own peace?
So your question isn't about like continuing this relationship or anything like that. She wants screenshots proving like you guys were interacting, what was going on, blah, 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 like proving the relationship to her. And so the question is, do you help with that?
Totally. Like, to give her that kind of closure, because, gosh, it would suck to be in her position, right? It does.
All right. Well, why don't you hang tight and we'll get some feedback for you. So would you, if you found out you were the other woman, 4-month relationship, she had no idea she was the other woman, now this person's approached her and wants like screenshots of the DMs, the text messages, calls, like proof that this relationship was happening when it happened, would you be a detective for her?
100%. I would probably meet up with her. You want to get some drinks. I want to tell you everything that happened because this woman was going to plan a life with him. They were engaged, and I think why not give her all that info and then she can use it and she can determine, do I still want to get married to this guy? What do I want to do? Because it sounds like Amber obviously is done with him. Mm-hmm. She just wants to cut ties, but why not give it to the other, like the person he's engaged to? I feel so bad for her.
Yeah, if you're finished with it and you just want to, you know, even feel better, because I got to imagine it weighs on a person's conscience, right? Knowing that you were the other person. Maybe there's certain things that maybe are a little smutty you don't want to send. I don't know. But I think you could probably send some stuff, or maybe your idea is even better, having a conversation. If you feel like this person just wants to sit and visit with you, have a drink, and hear the tale. how we met, what he said, never mentioned you, da-da-da-da.
And say, I even met some of his friends, and I think give her the full story. But then after that, I'm not saying you have to be best friends with this girl. If once you give her the info and you're like, but I want to be done with this, like, I'm happy to give you that info. You could block everybody's number and you never have to talk to them again. Or maybe you just found your best friend.
Boy, and in that case, too, when you're like, oh, yeah, I met some friends and rattle off some names, she won't want to talk to you anymore anyway, because you know who she's going to go talk to? Them.
Oh, yeah.
Your thoughts, would you help kind of out the person if you found out you're the other woman? 237, it's caller text. Well, as their conversation goes on, it's, as far as, messaging the other woman goes, it's fairly cordial, but what Amber's receiving from this guy's fiance is things like, hey, I just want to know when this started. I want to see some screenshots, a timeline, and Amber's wondering if other people would provide that to her.
Someone said, if you're really done with the guy, then why not talk to the fiance? Not to be dramatic or vindictive, but if I were about to marry someone and there was another woman involved for 4 months, I'd want the truth. You don't owe her every single text messages, but why can't you answer her questions honestly? Someone said, if I were the fiance, I'd hope the other woman would tell me the truth, not because she owes me anything, because I wouldn't want to marry someone who is living a double life. One conversation could save that woman years of heartache. And someone said, don't ghost her, but don't get sucked into daily conversations either. Have one conversation, tell her the facts, and then move on with your life. You've already spent enough energy on this situation.
I do think you just kind of, lay out the information and then move on from there. You don't want to be more involved than that, right?
Someone said, yeah, why not help expose them? What better way to teach them a lesson?
Yeah, I think that you go ahead and you have the conversation. I think there's something to be said, too, for just how this woman's approaching it, because a lot of times when somebody, there's a third person in a relationship that the other person, someone didn't know about, the messages are probably a lot more volatile, right? It sounds like this person's being pretty kind. They just want to understand how it happened, when it happened. She's clearly not getting what she thinks is a full story from this guy that she was maybe going to marry. Why not? You might save her a world of hurt if you're just like, here you go, especially considering they're not married yet. Maybe she wants to rethink that decision. You might be doing her a favor.
That's why I think give her that timeline. Let her know everything, because he probably has excuses for all these times he's gone out with you, and she's trying to match everything up. So when you said you were at dinner with your moms, you were actually here, and she just wants to have her story straight probably when she's confronting him.
What are we thinking? Are you going to say something, still thinking about it? Or?
I'm probably not going to find much peace, even though I would like to. So probably I think I could live with myself more if I did give her screenshots and dates and timelines, and then just kind of walk away from there. That makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Just give her the information, and there you go.
And that's what I think you could even say, give her all your stuff and explain everything, but then just say, I've ended contact with him and I no longer want to be a part of this.